One of the funny things or the fun ones that I see people at a beach and they have to run like where the water meets the shore and they have to do like a 40-yard dash and some of them just eat it on the sand and that counts as their time, and whoever has the lowest time, that's the order it goes in.
Some of these people
would be hilarious.
Some of these
I might be falling victim to Kelsey this year too, because I'm getting him in like the 6th or 7th round.
But 6 or 7, I'll take a flyer on Kelsey. I think Cam Scatabo for the Giants doesn't have the starting job right now, but man, does he look a lot more complete than Tyrone Tracy. And so when I'm seeing that in fantasy, that is a guy that I start buying in the shop. That's a guy I want to add to my collection.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Overtime Cards podcast. I'm Tate.
I'm Dawson.
And I'm Chauncey.
And today we're going to be talking about football. We have our fantasy draft for the shop today, and we're going to be talking about some fantasy and also just some risers. And we're going to be opening this box of 2025 Elite, which his guy, Matthew Golden's in there. Josh Connerly's in there for the Commanders, I guess. And then Jalen Milrow's in there for the Seahawks for Chauncey.
Small hands, folks. You heard it here first. So we were ripping 2025 Donruss Elite here.
I don't know how much that is.
One of our marquee products in the shop.
Yeah, he's in
I'm
there.
trying to remember if
I know he's in it.
He does sign in it.
I
He
think
went
he
to the
signs for
Panini
Panini.
event. Yeah. Genti signs, Hunter signs, Shedeur signs, Jalen Milrow signs. That's kind of it. I don't think Ted McMillan signs. I could be wrong. I don't remember. But those guys sign, and I love Genti. So Genti's my chase, kind of.
Genti's big chase here. I'm a big Seahawks guy, so I'm just hoping for anybody. Another fun one in these. You've got your kid reporters. If you got any kids, you can always take this bad boy right there. If you're opening these packs, these codes are awesome. Kids have a chance to go to the Super Bowl, all expenses paid, courtesy of Roger Goodell. If you guys are just opening these boxes out there, you live near a school, you got kids that go to school, send them these. Office will take them, give them away. But let's get a Utah kid to the Super Bowl. That would be a ton of fun.
Have you ever? I haven't ever seen
a kid
reporter how that happens.
All right,
I haven't ever seen that.
I am rocking here. First card's gonna be Patrick Queen in a Steelers uniform. Jamal Charles, all-time running back.
Fantasy legend.
This man was winning leagues forever.
Jamal Charles, what an OG name.
When cards look to be flipped, Kyler Murray.
Panini, please fix that. Or tops, I guess, now for next year.
Like
fix
every
that,
card's
please.
a little rotated. You got Baker Mayfield, Carolina Panthers defensive tackle. And something red here. Oh, got a Woody Marks numbered to 99.
That's actually pretty good.
Woody Marks, Texans running back there.
Heck yeah.
There we go.
Might be your guy with Joe Mixon missing some time.
Might be my guy. Except I think they have Nick Chubb too.
Nick Chubb.
Yeah. Nick Chubb, not a bad handcuff to Joe Mixon.
Seriously.
Right.
Getting both of them is not a bad place to be.
Got Jared Verse, Josh Hines Allen, Malik Neighbors. We talked about him. Forrest Buckner. And Max Crosby, an all-base pack.
All-base pack. We're hitting Tate hard on the first pack there.
All right. I haven't done this in a long time.
Ripping's so fun. I love it.
Yeah, I can.
While these guys are ripping, I'm going to plug for the shop here. We are open Sundays 11 to 4, and football Sundays are one of the most fun times to be here.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you guys aren't ripping, come down, join us, watch some games.
Got 4 TVs set up in here.
Yep, all 4 TVs will be on. We'll have 3 games and then Red Zone usually on Sundays. But it is a great time, especially if you're watching games by yourself. Find some like-minded folks, open some cards. It's a great spot to
Arenas
be.
Williams for the Cardinals. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Now we're talking.
Uh-oh.
I think I'm picking
Brad
probably.
Jr. Now
B-Rob.
Now 49er.
I think I'm picking probably 8 through 10 in our store league today. I'm really hoping Amon
TJ
Ross.
Hawkinson got something purple for the Ravens.
Ooh,
Lamar
number
Jackson
1.
to 49.
Let's go. A little color match on the purple too.
Ugh.
That's nice.
Hell yeah.
That's a nice one.
But what I was saying is with me having the number 1 pick in 2 leagues, I hope I just get in every league. So that means I'd either lose every league or win every league.
Why would you want to lose every league?
Well, if you have the number 1 pick in every one of your leagues, you're not. The only other option is to lose if you don't win.
Are you talking about like drafting the same players?
Yeah.
Well,
because if
do you guys feel, and this is something I've been on for a couple of years now, do you guys feel that the best team usually over the course of the fantasy regular season wins? Because I personally feel like most of the time.
Wait, hold on. Rephrase the question.
The team that is the best team in your league, number 1, they lead the league all year. I feel like 90% of the time that team does not end up winning the whole league. I feel like a lot of times a team gets hot, sneaks into the playoffs, and then just goes nuts.
Yeah,
or like
for
we had
sure.
it in our store league last year. Michelle
Yeah, I heard
crushed
about
us
this.
all
Yeah.
season. Like we could not touch Michelle. Then we get to the championship game. Her team puts up like 70 points.
Yeah.
Like it was far and away the
Wow.
lowest. But if you had looked regular season play, like Michelle was far and away our best team.
I heard her margin of victory was like
It was crazy.
huge.
It was crazy. She beat me by like 120 points one week. Like she was a buzzsaw. Like if you name a player that went off last year, she had him on the roster. But it fizzled in the championship. So I don't know if you guys have seen that, but just about every league I'm in, I feel like the best team does not win it.
I think that could attest to most points, and sometimes they don't even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's the
Like
weird thing.
that's
it
insane.
really
like
is.
it's to someone just listening. Like if they have the most points in the league through the regular season, how do they not make the playoffs? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I have no idea how that would happen. I would say,
Well, I mean,
usually you have whoever wins your championship is usually has one of the top 3 fantasy
yeah.
players on it. So
I tend to agree. Or if they don't, they have the biggest surprise.
Yeah. Like,
Right.
the
They
biggest,
have-
like they reached on a guy and he turned out
Like
to
I
be.
think Michelle grabbed Saquon and Devon
and
A-Chain
she had
last
Trey
year.
McBride.
And she had Trey McBride.
So it's like
she just like every position she just balled out
Yeah.
on.
that's
Ooh, I
hard.
got something nice here, fellas.
You got an
Oh,
auto?
boys.
I hope so.
You got a pen pal?
I think so. It's a guy we haven't talked about much. Newest Tampa receiver.
Emeka Ibuka?
Emeka
Oh,
Ibuka. I'm
that
seeing
would
some
be-
color here.
That would be awesome. It is sideways. Is it an auto?
Not an auto.
Not an auto.
Dang it.
Hey, it's still a Mecca.
We actually pulled a Emeka
Ooh,
Ibuka
Emeka
out
numbered
of
to
their,
199.
out of
Yeah,
their
wait. That's a college.
I can't
uni.
He's
remember.
rocking the Ohio State uni.
yeah.
Go Buckeyes, I guess.
gonna say,
Buckeyes, Texas this weekend.
You good one. Good weekend for college football for anyone following that out there.
These packs are
Also, I was
Weird.
gonna follow up on like how you said, how does your person get most points and not make the playoffs? Like you'd have to play everyone in their best week ever.
Luck. I mean, it happens all the time. It's just a simple matter of luck.
All right, I might have the auto here.
I'm seeing a Browns
It's
helmet.
a brown. It's
Come on,
gonna be.
Shadur.
Oh, I do not have it, but it is numbered
Is
out
it
of
Judkins?
$7.99. It's Jerry Judy on the full throttle.
Jerry Judy.
Okay.
Jerry Judy.
I feel like it's really hard to remember that, to be honest, with how much fantasy analytics are in it. But I would say
I would say
Oh,
it
I don't
happens more often than not. And
I
part
do
of
got
it
a
is,
thicky.
that the
Nice.
best team does not win it.
yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
But I think part of it is fantasy is very
Got a Terry
random.
Bradshaw,
Like
is
I
so
have
random.
always believed that great players, you make the playoffs,
Christian
every year,
Gonzalez.
but you don't win championships every year because it's
Trevor
like
Lawrence.
1 week, or if you have a 2 week championship, I think it's very fluky.
Alvin Kamara.
On
Oh, I don't like two
We
week
got a
championships.
patch here.
and I actually think I disagree with you on
Got
that
a
one.
giant. We got
Russell
Jason.
Wilson.
No, I'm not even sure how to say his name. I think it's Jason Ehorn. The $7.99 on the patch.
So you
Okay.
disagree with the
Nope.
two with the just the one week
Elite
championship?
coverage.
Yeah, and part of the reason I say that is I do feel like it gets fluky. And so at least 2 weeks, like the better team has the chance of winning.
I guess I can't say I like it. I've never done it.
It's funky. We'll do it this year for the store league.
Okay.
We do it.
I'm sure it's not bad. I mean,
it's
actually,
weird.
wait, I think I might. I don't know.
It's super weird because if you're playing in it, you think you've won it after the first week, and then there's a whole nother week to play.
Yeah.
So like I've seen a team with a 70-point lead going into week 2 still lose. And so for me, it takes out a little bit of that flukiness, but truly like you get these random guys at the end of the season who will go for 200 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Because I mean,
And it's
yeah.
like if somebody was hurt, they stream them as a flex play, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden this random flex guy just dropped a 40 burger on
yeah,
you.
that's
you
why the waiver wire is so important because of injuries.
I
And
think,
that's what makes fantasy so fun is you're always on your toes
Yep.
with trying to know who to pick up.
One of my favorite things about fantasy is it's truly 80% luck, but you get to look at your boys at the end and go, I know more ball than you do.
I know.
As long as you were luckier that year.
Let's talk about something fun. Fantasy punishments. What have you experienced with fantasy punishments? I haven't experienced any.
I've
seen
never had a
so
punishment.
Many. Chauncey, have you done any?
Thankfully, I
You-
am not bad enough to have ever lost,
Oh, that's good.
but I have been fighting for my life a couple times. So the league that I am in that does all of the creative draft picks also does super creative punishments.
Oh boy.
So Last year, the loser, and he's actually going to do it next week, the loser has to do a 30-minute stand-up set at a local comedy club.
Damn.
So our loser from last year next week in Albuquerque, New Mexico, because that's just where most of the guys live, he's flying in. He's going to do a 30-minute stand-up show.
Have we pulled any of the autos yet? I haven't got an
I'm
auto.
Also,
wondering
is this
if
guy
I've
good?
got one here.
Is that
Okay.
good?
Another
Johnson Mike?
sideways.
Yeah, he's their first round pick.
New York Giants
Scatterboo?
rookie. Oh, it does look like Scatterboo.
Auto?
Yup.
It is.
Oh,
Sick.
yeah.
That's awesome.
That's a
That-
big hit. We like that.
Yeah.
That's one.
What
you
is it?
keep.
Pen pals?
It's Pen Pals. On card, just write scat on the auto. So
Heck
Cam
yeah.
Scatterbo,
Right on cue
as-
for you.
as
Is it numbered?
I've been hyping him up. It's the blue. Let's see there. Non-numbered on it. Looks like a base
Can we
Pen
go
Pals.
back to
But
back?
mark,
Got a blue
mark
in
it
here.
here, folks. We talked about him on the podcast. Hit him in the shop.
Bang.
Cam Scatterbo might be going as my first round pick.
Steve Young, Devontae Adams. Okay, I think I might have one.
I think he's got it.
Oh gosh. Okay, it's upside down. Okay, it is Pen Pals.
Okay.
Rookie for the Broncos, Jahade Barron. He's their first round
RJ
pick.
Harvey? Is he?
Could be
a
RJ
rookie?
Harvey. It's
No.
going to be Pat Bryant is their rookie
Pat
wide
Bryant.
receiver.
All right.
Is our other on card auto. There we are.
Bang.
All right.
Oh.
Pen Pals hitting back-to-back
I believe
packs
he's out
there.
of Illinois. I've heard some things about him. I think Sean Payton really likes him, actually. It doesn't say where he went to college, but I'm pretty sure it is from.
Can I ask a question as we're talking about the Broncos?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing with Broncos skill players around Bo Nix? Are we believing? Because Bo Nix, I mean, card darling, awesome freshman season campaign with the
Right.
Broncos. Do you fade the skill players worried about a sophomore slump? Do you invest in the skill players because you think they're gonna ball out? Where do you guys go on rookie
I'll let you go
quarterbacks and
first.
stuff like that?
I'm kind of avoiding them, if I'm being honest. Because I just know, like, not going to lie, I'm kind of avoiding all of the sophomore QBs besides Terry. Just because I think Terry will
You mean
produce
Jaden?
even.
He means Jaden.
No, I
Well,
mean,
he's talking
I'm
their
about, I'm
receivers.
talking about like skill
Oh,
positions.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
I know a sophomore slump is coming for some of the guys. So like I think Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels, and Caleb Williams, either one or two of them are gonna like decel.
Yeah.
So I don't know who it is. Like I don't think it's gonna be Jaden Daniels. That's why I lean towards Bo Nix and Caleb Williams. I'm also a Packer fan, so I hate the Bears. But like I'm not drafting Roma Dunze. I'm not drafting the tight end for the Bears. I'm not drafting.
Loveland.
Yeah, like it's not.
I personally would. Cortland Sutton. I mean, at the end of the day, he has a max
Oh, look what I just
round
pulled.
where you're gonna.
Future Packer, Micah Parsons. Heard it here first.
But
Put it to the side. Oh, what the?
Cortland Sutton, I'll get him if.
Yo,
Oh, that's
this one's sick.
Is that the elite deck?
Looks like
I
it.
like-
Looks
I
like
like those
Those are
ones.
sick.
looks
Um,
Will Johnson rookie on
Arvin
deck
Mims
too.
might be a guy that I'm interested in. RJ Harvey.
$7.99.
Yeah, where do we go on Broncos running backs?
I wish J.K. Dobbins didn't get
Eesh.
signed there because then RJ Harvey's role would be imminent. He's still getting drafted high in like the fourth round because I think running backs are so top heavy,
I
and
agree.
so there's so much little depth that RJ Harvey's gonna have a really crucial spot on any team that he goes to.
Yeah.
I would say I'm not buying it, but I'm not avoiding it. If I get them at their ADP or a right spot or a good pick, I'll draft them.
I totally forgot too. I pulled his card in my last pack, Drake May. I also think that he could, like, I know he wasn't like as good as Bo Nix or Jaden Daniels, but I could also see him regressing too. In a
Yeah.
Did you
second
say
year.
regressing or progressing?
Like either both. Like I could see him either going crazy or I could
I
see
think
him
he can only go
totally-
up. I think with Stephon Diggs and Travion Henderson, I like Travion Henderson.
I do too.
If
So-
Stephon Diggs can stay healthy, I mean,
I think that's something to talk about as well. We've been so focused on this very high, your top 3 or 4 quarterbacks out of this class.
Mhm.
There are some guys who are card darlings right now, fantasy darlings right now, who could win you some leagues, make you some
Mhm.
money. Like JJ McCarthy, I think is on his rise. Anyone who's been in store, I'm sorry that I've been talking your ear off about JJ for the last 6 months, but
yeah,
in terms of where his card market is, where his ADP is, I think there's
Got
a
an
lot of
orange
potential for
here.
growth there. Same with Michael Penix. I think Michael Penix is just, he's got so many weapons around him.
Kyle Pitts, yeah. Kyle Pitts
Yeah,
is a straight
depending
weapon.
on how you
Ozzy.
feel about Kyle Pitts, the
My
meme
guy,
lord of
Calvin.
this season. But
Ron
Penix
A-Chain
has
talks
some
about
weapons.
him.
JJ McCarthy, Drake May. Like we have some guys who fall in this
Michael Penix
weird in between.
out of 199.
Hey, there he is.
There's
So that's what you don't want to see.
Too bad it
You
wasn't
dropped
Kyle
the
Pitts,
card,
man.
but that's a nice
That's how I
card.
didn't
One
leave.
out of 199.
We're gonna open a whole box and we're not gonna pull Matthew Golden, man.
There's got to be one sitting around here.
Pain.
It is a Jaden Daniels to 299.
What rookies are you looking forward to the most?
I am, speaking of lack of running back depth, I am really excited about later round rookie running backs. We've talked about Scatabo till we're blue in the face, but you've got Quinshon Judkins in Cleveland with Jerome Ford is the incumbent there. I really like Quinshon Judkins to take over at a certain point. And then, the world is focused on Ashton Genty right now, being such an early pick, people being all
Cam
over
Ward.
him. He's a big hype guy there. A little
number.
Cam Ward.
Mhm.
That's
Out of
numbered.
$7.99.
Sick.
There we go. Anyways.
Numbers have been awesome in this. I'm
I know,
rocking.
yeah.
I got a number Jaden Daniels, a numbered Saquon.
Yeah,
I think
Fox has
my
been
best
pretty
goal is
good.
probably the Lamar to 50. Well, 49
But,
actually.
Oh yeah, and the Lamar to 49. But for me, like I'm loving these rookie guys that are falling a little bit. I
Yeah.
think Tet McMillan, he
Oh,
just
yeah.
continues to fall in every draft.
Well,
as the hype
especially if
goes.
Bryce
So,
Young picks up where he left off
Penix.
too.
Bryce Young was awesome. I mean, I think the
Kool-Aid
Panthers showed a
McKinstry.
lot of faith in their receivers by
Von
trading Adam
Witherspoon.
Thielen. They're saying
Right.
Leggett and McMillan are going to be our guys.
Mhm.
Bryce
Uh,
Young was
full
good last
throttle
year.
They also
So-
have Jalen
For the
Coker, who was a
Lions.
very big sleeper.
Jamison
I like him a
Williams,
lot. I think he's,
299.
I believe it's out of Holy
That's
Cross,
sick.
but
Yeah.
Yeah. And so for me, like I like Tet McMillan in terms of like you're talking his ADP in
done.
fantasy,
I'm
his
done.
card value versus where he was drafted. He was drafted so early.
yeah,
I don't think the value is necessarily matching that
Let's
in
go
either
again.
fantasy or cards.
right.
So for me, I like where Tet's at. I'm having a really hard time with Colston Loveland in Chicago, just because the last couple of years we have seen a rookie tight end come in and go nuts. It was
Right.
Brock Bowers last year, it was Sam Laporta the year before.
Mhm.
Colston Loveland looks to be an
Marvin Harrison.
absolute dog, but we're back to Chicago skill players. And we're back to like, we don't know what that's going to look like. But if you go back the last 10, 15 years, the Bears have had some feasible fantasy tight ends. And they've had some guys, like I think of Martellus Bennett, he was not flashy. He was not anything crazy. He was just a consistent, finish 8 through 12. It's been Cole Kmet the last couple of years. Cole Kmet has been a very feasible fantasy player.
For sure.
You obviously aren't drafting him to be a top 7 tight end.
Yeah.
But if you miss the run on tight ends, he's been there as old reliable. So we do know that the Bears will use a tight end. So I'm having a really hard time with Loveland right now being like, I don't want Bears skill players, but I like rookie tight ends based on what they've done in the last couple of years. He is such a good prospect.
Yeah.
We're talking Kyle Pitts is our miss on first round tight ends recently.
Yeah.
And even then, like we're still drafting Kyle Pitts a little bit.
And
Yeah.
we still believe.
We
Always
still believe. I'm still a Kyle Pitts believer. So for me, Loveland is another very interesting rookie. I'm a push. I think you can push tight end and quarterback personally. Like I would rather be receiver running back heavy early.
Right.
And so for me, it's like, man, if you miss out on that first wave of tight ends, obviously you've got your big 3 guys, but I'm talking like your TJ Hawkinsons, your Evan Ingrams. Like if you miss that wave of tight ends and you're kind of to tier 3, I think Loveland is a really interesting roll the
I
dice
agree.
sort of risk.
The other guy that I like that's a rookie is Tyler Warren out of Penn State. Daniel Jones loves throws to his tight ends. He had Evan Ingram earlier in his career. Obviously, it didn't pan out in New York. But I thought Tyler Warren was the best tight end coming out of the draft. I liked Colston Loveland, but I thought Tyler Warren was more complete and kind of more pro-ready. And I actually liked the situation that they both went to because I think Tyler Warren's going to get a lot of targets early. And with that Colts offense not having too dynamic of a player as a pass catcher. I mean, Josh Downs, I like Josh Downs. Michael Pittman's just
and
that
then you got a
consistent
Donay
dude.
Mitchell. You've got
Yeah.
there's just not. They don't have a true. I would argue
I
not
love-
even a true number 2 receiver.
Exactly.
I love Pittman though. Like I don't know
Yeah.
why. As soon as he got drafted, I remember he just torched Utah.
I
he
wish
torched
that he
Utah.
had a better quarterback situation because I feel
Really?
like there's
Yeah.
a lot of
Me
talent
too.
there that
Oh,
we
I totally agree.
so inconsistent in Indy with quarterbacks recently.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson. I
So,
would not have drafted him, but anyways, back to Tyler Warren. Like,
Speaking of guys to be very, very cautious of these days,
Yeah.
we are seeing pretty much a freeze card wise on Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
Like people are not buying him. We're not seeing a ton of sales. We're not seeing a lot of people bringing him in for trade. I think the world's kind of, treading lightly when it comes to AR
Right.
these days.
yeah, I think the same thing. I mean, I'm not saying Tyler Warren's going to have a card market like Brock Bowers right off rip because I don't think that. He's not the athlete Brock Bowers is. But I think there's just going to be a lot of opportunities there for Tyler Warren. I like where he's going in drafts, like round 9, 10. That's definitely a place where I'm willing to take him. Another rookie that I think's card market is, I think it could boost up, even if he doesn't perform super, super well with Najee Harris there, as Omarion Hampton.
He was one I wanted to talk about a little bit.
I really like him.
Yep.
Especially where I'm sitting at with the first overall pick. I think that 2-3 turn, I should be able to get him. And that's a reach. That's considered a reach in the ADP because they like to get him around mid-round 4. But Najee Harris had that eye incident on July 4th with however that happened. I don't even think we know how that happened. But they said he might be good to go for week 1. They didn't put him on IR or on the PUP list or anything. But Omarion Hampton has been their first back in their team periods in training camp and stuff like that. And they drafted him in the first round for a reason. They're going to use him.
And I think Harbaugh loves him. I also think he profiles like a lot of those Ravens running backs.
Oh, 100%.
And he profiles like a lot of the guys that have had some serious success for either of the Harbaugh brothers, both the Ravens and the Niners.
Yeah.
I think
speaking of the Ravens, like Greg Roman's their offensive coordinator who came over from Baltimore.
Yeah.
And so he wants to run the football. Jim Harbaugh wants to run the football. They lost Rashawn Slater, which really sucks, but that means they're going to go lean on the run even more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with what he said about like Jim Harbaugh loving him, they played in the Hall of Fame game this year, and a reporter was like, they were talking while the game was going on when Hampton was still in. It was early in the game. And they asked Harbaugh like if they think they made the right choice in the draft, and they said if they had to redraft 99 times, they'd take him 99 more times.
Yeah.
So,
and I think that's something to talk about cards and fantasy kind of as we're winding down here. Keep an eye on who coaches like. Like obviously, it is the coach's job to hype up their players. It's the coach's job to say, but if you're watching preseason games, look at who's getting the touches and what would be big moments. You know, like for running backs, I'm looking like who's touching the ball on first down, who's touching the ball on third down, who's touching the ball in the goal line, at least in the number 1 offenses. And we've been seeing with Hampton, he seems like Harbaugh will put him in and out. Harbaugh would probably have him play quarterback if he could, just with the way he's been talking about it.
I'm not too sure how involved he'll be in the pass game, but we've seen that he can take a screen to the house at North Carolina. So I expect him to be there. And really, I don't know there are other pass catching threats out of the backfield other than Hampton. So I expect him to be, that all around back, that all 4 down back. I love that. I think his card market is slim to none right now, and I think it's going to shoot up. And I think that's one player. If I were going to tell you to invest in this podcast, I would invest in Omarion Hampton outside of Cam Ward, which is
Cam Ward would be my one.
Yeah, more obvious one, but Omarion Hampton, even though he's running back, I really like his market for sure.
Sky's the limit. I also think we're seeing in the card world, running back values are going up right now. Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry are trying to lift the entire running back market up. We just saw it in baseball with Paul Skeens. He lifted the entire pitchers market up single-handedly. So I do think there's some potential rise there. My last thought on fantasy drafts is just advice that I always try and follow that I got years ago. When your clock is ticking down and you don't know who to pick and you're making a panic pick, it's never a bad idea to go with a great coach and a great quarterback. And so if you're looking at it and you don't know who to pick, you're panicking, never a bad idea to draft a system. So that'd be one where with the Chargers, I think is a really easy, you're panicking, Chargers running back sitting there, especially if it's Omarion Hampton, 3rd round, 4th round. I think it's, grab teams. It never hurts to go grab a great organization with good offensive minded players.
No doubt. All right, we got our last pack here. Chauncey's ripping.
Last pack. Got
Dawson,
Jason Taylor.
While Chauncey's ripping that, what are the rookies you're looking at as far as fantasy this year?
Matthew Golden.
We haven't talked about him on purpose for you.
Matthew Golden, dude. I mean, I am a Packer fan, so I've been hearing, but Packers have like injuries in the wide receiver room. Freaking Jaden Reed has something wrong with his foot. Romeo Odell will probably be concussed in week 1. So I think Matthew Golden's going to get a heavy dose of the ball from Jordan Love. And Jordan Love has expressed that he is in love with Matthew Golden during camp.
Yeah. I think with the Packers' history of not drafting receivers, I mean, the hype would always be there for Matthew Golden, but especially when he's going to go in there and be the number 1. And Jaden Reed, he reminds me of a lighter Debo, honestly. Like, I think he's not the guy that you want to be your alpha receiver, kind of like we were talking about.
I love Jaden Reed.
And then they have just a lot of, just guys like Wicks, Dontayvion Wicks, and then Malik Heath. I mean, they're good, but Dontayvion Wicks.
They're not. It's the thing is, you said it. They're not number 1 wide receivers. They're all. No. We got 2 pretty decent wide receiver 2s, and then the rest are wide receiver 3, 4s. And honestly, if it were up to me, Christian Watson, if he comes back and he's not good, we do not keep him. We re-sign Romeo Doubs, get Watson out.
I forgot about Christian Watson. He's kind of forgettable.
Yeah, because he's not going to come back to like week 10 because he tore his ACL.
That's
in the
my
last week of
fear with Packers receivers is
Just health.
You just have so many different guys over the last several years, and it's like, man, for 4 games at a time, it looks like this guy's going to be the guy.
See,
Right.
that's why I think that Matthew Golden's going to be so good. Is because that's what Jordan Love's been waiting for.
Mhm.
This guy is just going to be that number one, be young, it develop, and then
I've passed on him in every draft until this conversation. Now you got me
Matthew
talked
Golden?
into him a little bit. Yeah,
Also, I
telling
mean,
you, dude.
Tucker Kraft too. I think
He's-
Tucker Kraft's gonna be a dog.
he's going to be good. He went ahead of Travis Kelce and Evan Ingram in my
Really?
last draft, and for me,
I
I'd
can see Evan Ingram, but I
way
don't know
rather
about
have
Travis
both
Kelce.
of those guys personally.
Yeah.
Kelsey for the name. Ingram, I think, is just going to catch a lot of tutties.
Shout out Travis
Yeah.
Kelce, Taylor Swift.
I've always liked Evan Ingram. He's super athletic, but we appreciate you guys listening to the podcast, and we make sure to subscribe and like this video.
Drop your fantasy football information in the
Yeah, drop your teams. I want to see
Drop your
everyone's
teams.
teams.
I know
Drop
a
your
lot
takes,
of
drop your
podcasts.
teams.
I know a lot of YouTube videos out there say we don't want to see your teams. We are the opposite.
Yeah.
We want to see your teams.
Exactly.
We are excited about your teams. If you come down to the shop and you had a great draft and you want to brag about it, show it to us, please.
Please
Seriously,
do.
show us.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.